says, to everything there is a season and a time
Mhm.
for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which was planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a
Mm.
time to break down, a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. There is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. I love that verse because you can apply it so much
Yes.
to the healing of the human body. And there is a season and a time for every purpose. I say to people, there's a time for you to exercise.
Yes.
There's a time for you to sleep.
Yeah.
So timing, and you mentioned earlier circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's the best circadian rhythm setter? Sunshine.
Yeah.
And that's what I do to get over jet lag. So yes, it was very hard for me to choose a verse to give you, and I'm sorry I gave you more than one verse. I
You know
gave you a
what?
few.
It was a blessing. And if anybody wants to know what Barbara does in her spare time, it's not scroll social media. It's memorize scripture, which is way more healing, way more healthy. I'm so grateful for the incredible work you've done in helping teach people how to use food as medicine, herbs as medicine, the Bible as medicine, nature as medicine. And just so grateful for you taking a lot of these complex matters and making them simple, free in a lot of cases for so many people. There are millions of people today struggling with chronic disease, and the wisdom that Barbara shared today could help them heal.